lovelies. Welcome back here to Busy Bee Budgets, where we talk about all things budgeting on our journey to financial independence. So welcome back if you are a returning subscriber, or if you're new here, welcome along. Today is my week forecast stuff for July. July's a 5-week month for me, so obviously it just takes a little bit longer. I get paid on the 8th, which will be week after next, I think. So yeah, I've got week 4 and week 5 to see me through the rest of July, and it started off being a pretty normal budget, so excuse my scribblings, so these all kind of make sense to me. So initially I'd done the budget evenly across a month, but for those of you that know, I went away with my girlfriends a couple of weeks ago, which was lovely, but led to a bit of an overspend. So I have got £53 that I need to pull back over the next 2 weeks. Originally it was about 113, I think, but I pulled back 50 last week, or 60 last week, which leaves me with 53 carry forward. So today what I'm aiming to do is get rid of 33 of that. So first things first, these are my cash envelopes from last week. So these are the small ones that pop inside my wallet. Nothing in miscellaneous, nothing in spends, nothing in social, and food has got 3, I can't count, 3.42. So what I'm going to do is pop the £3 to one side, and I'll use that in a second, and then my 42 is just going in my lovely change jar, which is kind of getting half full now. We'll see if we can fill that for Christmas. I'm just going to pop that off to one side, and this £3 I'm going to knock off that 53 so that I've got £50 left to pull back. And then what I'm going to do is adjust my budget down this week. So it was supposed to be 210, but what I'm going to actually stuff is 180, and I'm going to take £10 off fuel, £10 off giving, so that's getting nothing, and £10 off miscellaneous, so that's getting nothing. So that reduces it down to 180, which means I paid myself back £33, which means next week I only need to recover £20, if that makes sense, off my budget. So I'm just going to pop that to one side. I'm just going to check the rest of my envelopes. I don't think there's much less left. Food has got nothing. Fuel has got 20, so I'm going to stuff that today. I've got some trips planned this weekend, so that will be necessary. Nothing left in self-care. I had a massage. Social, miscellaneous, and spends, there's nothing. And then giving, I think I've got left 25. Yeah, so that's why I'm not paying any in giving this week, because I'm comfortable. I've kind of got enough if I needed to do anything from it. So there we go. So I know it's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but I think this works for me in trying to pull back in budget in month where I've had a budget overspend. So instead of waiting a month and waiting for the next paycheck and constantly being behind, I'm pulling it back in month. And I just need to make sure which month was it? Month before June, I was really good at budgeting for like these extra trips and stuff. I think a combination of summer, world opening back up, we've got gigs booked, we've got travel booked, we've just got these things which kind of cause a bit of overspend. So I just need to make sure that when I do the August budget, I fully make sure that I'm kind of considering all these extra bits that kind of need to be done. Right, so today we're going to stuff 180, as I just explained. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 20s, which should give us 80 in 10, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And as you know, some of these are folds, and these are where I folded them previously, and perhaps I bought something on my card, so I just put it back to my rollover envelope or bank envelope, and then recycle the cash instead of having to go to the cash machine all the time, if that makes sense. Which is why you'll see some lovely fresh notes which are straight out of the cash machine, and some which have got my little bins in it. So first one is food, which is getting 100, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. And this covers our food shop, everything we buy at the supermarket, so dog food, toiletries, cleaning supplies, everything, and also takeaways. So if I want anything out of here, so 100 might seem a lot, but I guess other people have it in different categories and stuff. And to be honest, with food prices being the way they are, that is still quite challenging some weeks. So fuel's going to get 10, so I've reduced this down from 20, but that will still give me 30 pounds in there because I've got 20 in already, and that will be enough to kind of put some fuel in my tank and get me where I need to this week. Self-care is going to get 20. Pop that nice crisp 20 in self-care. Social's going to get Yep, 30. And obviously this would have been an obvious category, 10, 20, 30, for me to reduce. But again, I've got some stuff booked this weekend, and there's no point me not having enough money and kind of constantly being behind. So I've cut it off other categories, that's fine. Miscellaneous is going to get nothing this week. Spends is going to get 20. Okay, 20. And giving is not getting anything. So that is quite a quick cash stuff, isn't it? When you haven't got much cash to stuff, it's quite quick. So I've got some social stuff planned this weekend, so I know I'm going to hit that budget up. And then August is actually a little bit quieter, and tends to be stuff more around people's houses, so it's like less expensive rather than like cabs and trains and stuff, which I've been doing kind of over this month. And to be honest, it's such a glorious summer here in the UK. I know it's been super hot, but it's just been lovely, and I feel that I've actually been able to really enjoy it this year, because of going part-time and just obviously I guess the weather and just having a bit more flexibility and stuff, as opposed to just being constantly changed to a computer. So that's really good. So that is my week forecast stuff. I have one left to do for July, which is next week. And then it's into the August budget, and there's going to be a few tweaks I want to do, but I'm also going to do a video because I'll have been cash stuffing for 6 months, which I can't believe that's 6 months already. That's just flown by. So I thought I'd do a bit of a roundup of how I've got on, sort of things I've changed, things I do differently, and perhaps some goals for the next 6 months as we head to Christmas, because that is just around the corner, people. So that is this week. So my next video probably will be about the 6 month review. Then obviously I'll have my cash stuff for next week, and then I'm probably going to do one for the August budget as well. So mainly it's just about keeping me accountable, and I think this weekly check-in process is really good for just a bit of reflection and 5 minutes of just thinking, okay, where did my money go? What happened? How do I feel about that? And for those of you that have been following and know that I am really lucky to have a high income, but for me this journey is all about accountability and also intentionality, making sure that I know where my money's going and it's going towards the things I want it to. So seeing my sinking funds really kind of stack up has been fantastic. And I've got some big goals for next year, which I'll probably talk about when I'm doing my 6 month video. So thanks for sticking around. Apologies, it was a bit of a boring one today, but sometimes that's just the way it is, isn't it? I hope you have a good week. I hope you stay safe, and I'll see you soon.